Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you. That's depending where you are in the world. It's our nighttime devotion. We're reading from the devotional Conflict and Courage. And the title today, Still Too Many. Judges 7 verse 4. And the Lord said unto Gideon, The people are yet too many. Bring them down unto the water, and I will try them for thee there. And it shall be that of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee, the same shall go with thee. And of whomsoever I say unto thee, this shall not go with thee, the same shall not go. The people were led down to the waterside, expecting to make an immediate advance upon the enemy. A few hastily took a little water in the hand and sucked it up as they went on. But nearly all bowed down upon their knees and leisurely drank from the surface of the stream. Those who took of the water in their hands were but 300 out of 10,000. Yet these were selected. All the rest were permitted to return to their homes. By the simplest means, character is often tested. Those who in time of peril were intent upon supplying their own wants were not the men to be trusted in an emergency. The Lord has no place in his work for the indolent and the self-indulgent. The men of his choice were the few who would not permit their own wants to delay them in the discharge of duty. The 300 chosen were men not only possessed courage and self-control, but they were men of faith. They had not defiled themselves with idolatry. God could direct them, and through them he could work deliverance for Israel. Success does not depend upon numbers. God can deliver by few as well as by many. He is honored not so much by the great numbers as by the character of those who serve him. All who would be soldiers of the cross of Christ must gird on the armor and prepare for conflict. They should not be intimidated by threats or terrified by dangers. They must be cautious in peril, yet firm and brave in facing the foe and doing battle for God. The consecration of Christ's followers must be complete. Father, mother, wife, children, houses, lands, everything must be held secondary to the work and cause of God. He must be willing to bear patiently, cheerfully, joyfully, whatever is God's providence he may be called to suffer. His final reward will be to share with the Christ the throne of eternal glory and immortal glory. Still too many. So the story, if you haven't read it, the story of Gideon, he was basically from a farming family, and he was chosen by God because he had a deep, innate longing for Israel to be free, and at that time from the Midianites. So God chose him to go and fight the Midianites and to lead Israel to fight the Midianites. Initially, I think it started off with, I don't know, 30,000. But God said that's too many. And it was dwindled down to 10,000. And God said, as here, it's still too many. And it went from 10,000 down to 300. And Gideon, with his 300, did go and beat the Midianites. But Gideon and the 300 did not do it themselves. God did it. But he, God, was looking for loyal men. And this is how he found them. Judges. Go and read Judges for the story of Gideon. Well worth a read and see how you can reflect upon this for yourself. I do.